Hey guys, today I'm gonna show you how we make our Rocky Road slice. So we normally need around 250 grams of white and 250 grams of pink marshmallows. In this case, I just got the bag that it has mixed, so I'm gonna be using just 500 grams of a mix pink and white marshmallows. 1 kilogram of the dark chocolate. I'm gonna be doing a mix between 70% and 45% dark chocolate, just to give it a bit of a different sweetness. 200 grams of raspberry lollies, and we're gonna be using around 600 grams of roasted crushed peanuts. So the first thing we're gonna be doing, of course, is gonna be melting our chocolate. So if you were to use the microwave instead of the bain-marie because you feel more comfortable with, just make sure you go in increments of 30 seconds and keep folding or mixing your chocolate just to make sure it doesn't burn and make sure that it's completely melted as well. What we're gonna do is we're gonna mix all the dry ingredients together first. Let's say if you have your chocolate already melted, which I'm gonna show you later, and you start putting just your marshmallows, most of the chocolate is gonna be taken by the marshmallows. So then when you put your raspberries and your peanuts, there's gonna be like not enough chocolate kind of to color around them. So if we mix all the dry ingredients first, then when we put them into the chocolate, it's gonna be better mix all of that. It's about to be boiling, and now let's wet our chocolate. If you do this before you open it, then your hand stays clean. So it's a good way to do it. You gotta make sure also that you use cooking chocolate. Make sure that it's for baking and cooking. Otherwise, it will not get the same consistency. Once the water boils, you wanna make sure the water is just simmering. Make sure every time you come here and you're gonna try to grab your bowl, you're gonna make sure that it's gonna be steam coming out as well. So you gotta be very careful on that. Also, for all of you guys listening, if I'm speaking too fast, you have two options. Either get used to it, or I promise I will get better. While our chocolate is still melting the bain-marie, what we're gonna do is we're gonna line up our tray. So important thing to do is to put always some baking paper on your tray so that you can take out the whole slice easy. Cut always a bit extra of the size tray that you're using. Make sure to oil your tray all the time, just so that it sticks nicely and you don't have to be playing with it. As long as you got a little bit of paper there to be able to pull it out, it's good enough, unless your Rocky Road is gonna be that full, but I don't think it will be in this case. And then just do the same thing for the opposite side. And let's check our chocolate again. I think it's almost ready, guys. And there we go. Our chocolate is nice and melted. Everything is melted. You can see, we don't see any lumps. And you see that beautiful color chocolate. We're not gonna pour the chocolate into our dry mix bowl. We're gonna do it the other way. Reason being, this bowl is being cold. So when you put the hot chocolate into a bowl like this with cold ingredients and dry, it's gonna start setting, and we don't want that. So we're gonna do it the other way. We're gonna put our dry ingredients into the hot bowl with the melted chocolate. You gotta try to be very patient. I'm not that patient, so it takes me a little bit to do these kind of things. Make sure the chocolate is all covering every little ingredient. You also wanna make sure you do this kind of quick enough, because even though our bowl is still hot, you don't want the chocolate to start setting on here. Now we grab back our tray, grab your bowl, and start putting it down. Every piece of chocolate counts. Bring it all in. It's really good to use these spatulas because they are nice and soft and can get into like those round corners kind of thing. This is a really important step, guys. You wanna make sure you spread your Rocky Road. If you were into a bakery and you're selling it properly, you don't wanna be selling a piece that thick and a piece then this thick, so you wanna make sure it's as even as possible. You will find some recipes out there that says to put in the fridge. However, we don't recommend putting it in the fridge because, have you opened one of those chocolates that have been in the fridge? You see how it gets that white color around? That's what it will happen with this. And aesthetically, you like a nice Rocky Road with a nice chocolate color. So what we do, we let it set overnight, 15, 24 hours, whatever. And then the next day, once it's set, because its chocolate is well set like it was before, then we cut it into the pieces that we wanna go for serving. We didn't wait 24 hours for this to be ready. We made an extra one last night, so it was ready for today to show you how we do this. As you can see, we got a really nice even consistency of the Rocky Road all around. Now to cut it, look, in our bake shop, we do long slices. This is for you, for your house, so cut it whatever, feel however you wanna feel it. Just keep cutting slices, guys. I'm just gonna show you some and to see how they are beautiful and nice. You can see how we have, marshmallows, peanuts, raspberry lollies everywhere. You turn it around, you have the same thing, marshmallows, peanuts, lollies everywhere. For me, you can do this. Not before,